ingredient. Mary watched Angel's silvery blonde hair reflecting light from the early morning sun. She was sitting on the floor near Hilda, looking bright and enthusiastic as usual. Apparently Murph's drizzle of angst wasn't hitting her. It's not that there's anything bad about Angel, Mary thought to herself. It's just that she's the wrong ingredient for our pie. We're a delicious meat pie, and she's... well, she's...
She's jam,
murmured Mary to herself decisively. That was it. There's nothing wrong with jam in everyday life. It just has no place in a meat pie. In fact, it spoils the pie completely.
Did you just say she's jam?
Asked Billy from behind her. Mary sat up straight and blinked, once again tapping at the instrument panel. A small winged letter Z showed their own position. Several other symbols were converging on the same spot.
I said, jam, stand by,
said Mary loudly.
We're here.
Looking up and out of the windscreen again, she could see that they were approaching the edge of the trees. A wide green sward was visible beyond.
Super Zeros, halt at the tree line and stand by,
crackled a voice over the radio.
Roger and Wilco,
Nellie replied softly, reaching out her right hand to ease back on the throttle. The Banshee slowed to a standstill at the very edge of the forest. They were close to a huge clearing that sloped uphill to a jagged stone circle. Its huge monoliths were silhouetted against the crimson sky, and a deep ditch had been dug near the crest of the low hill surrounding them.
Woo! A henge!
Exclaimed Hilda, moving up beside Mary.
I love a good henge!
The excitement of seeing an ancient monument seemed for a second to have overtaken her worries about the risk of another failed mission. The rising sun was framed perfectly between two of the gigantic stones. Sunbeams fired across the clearing towards them, cutting through the misty dawn like lasers. It really did look extremely cool.
All units in position,
came a serious voice over the speaker. Mary glanced back down at the control panel. The symbols representing different Heroes Alliance combat units were now arranged in a rough circle around the edge of the clearing. Whoever their target was, they had them surrounded.
Attention all units,
came the voice again.
This is your mission commander, Vapor Trail. Oh, wow,
said Hilda, wide-eyed.
Vapor Trail's like the best skimmer in the whole Alliance. She's a total legend.
Mary was heartened slightly by this news. Even if Murph wasn't going to shake himself out of his grump, at least the mission as a whole was in the hands of a highly skilled hero.
We have surrounded one of the key players in the Alliance of Evil,
Vapor Trail went on.
He is known as the Druid. We have intelligence that he's on the verge of a major attack which could compromise us severely. His base is located underneath this stone circle. Henge,
corrected Hilda quietly.
Our mission for this morning is perfectly simple, people,
went on their commander.
We will advance on the circle. Henge,
whispered Hilda.
Shush.
Murph shushed her irritably. It was the first time he'd spoken in an hour.
And contain the Druid and any other rogues we might find in there, continued the voice from the radio. All wings report in. Super Zeros responding,
said Nellie into her silver headset.
Rain Shadow active. Iguana active,
chipped in Hilda.
Mary Canary active. Balloon Boy active. Kid Normal active,
came Murph's flat, small-sounding voice.
Angel active,
completed Angel, filling Mary's brain with more thoughts of a jam-bespoiled meat pie. More voices were now checking in over the radio. Hilda's eyes regained some of their sparkle as she heard the names.
Ram Man responding. Kid Convection responding. Lady Marmalade responding. What do you think Lady Marmalade's cape is?
Hilda said.
Do you think she's got, like, really sassy dance powers?
She clicked her fingers either side of her face and wiggled her head, attempting some amateur sass of her own. Mary watched her friend fondly. Maybe this mission would be okay after all. In any case, it was their last chance.
T-Rex responding. Doughboy responding. John responding.
The list over the radio continued.
What sort of hero calls himself John?
Billy wondered.
There are a lot of heroes here, you know. This druid character must be dangerous.
His ear puffed up again at the thought.
All units advance,
Vapor Trail told the assembled heroes.
On my signal, halt your vehicles and engage. Let's make sure the druid doesn't get the chance to put his plan into action. And we'll be home in time for eggs and bacon.
Nellie moved the throttle...